Hi everyone, let me start over again. I think in the previous clip there is a lot of noise. There are dogs barking, there are crows cawing. They still are. They want to be part of this clip because they're keeping me on track. Anyway, I was talking about self-care, self-preservation, self-appreciation in palette stories as the flower prompt, Narcissus and Daffodil. Narcissus and Daffodil. Yes, they both are part of the same flower family. They both are poisonous flowers. They both have mythology. They both have stories, many stories about Narcissus, many stories about Daffodil. I'm sure even you have a story about Narcissus and Daffodil. And the reason I chose these two flowers together is Narcissus. It's a flower that grows plentiful. Daffodil as well. And when I see Narcissus, I'm reminded of how the flower faces downwards. I'm reminded I need to look within myself. What do I need to be better tomorrow? That is self-care. And that self-care is different for everyone. It's different for everyone in every stage of life. It's different for mothers. It's different for students. It's different for professionals. It's different for early professionals. It's different for caretakers. It's different for householders, landowners. It's different for everyone. It's different before profession and after profession. It's different between jobs. It's a bit different with married people and single people. It's different between relationships. It's different for the divorced. It's different for the newly single. It's different for the people that are partnered up. It's different for people that are collaborating with each other. And it's essential as we are in this human experience and we are surrounded by community that we serve or we are a part of. And in so many structures that serve people and cater to people and uplift humanity, sometimes that is missing. That is not part of the job description, but is part of every job. Self-care, self-preservation, self-appreciation, self-nurturing. It's part of every job. It's not written there, but it's part of it. And when I think back to my pre-professional commitment, and this is going deep, one of the first people that inspired me to commit to my long studies in my profession is this doctor who is a pioneer of mind-body medicine. He had done his research in the 1990s. It was about bringing down blood pressure with meditation. His research studies were hidden for decades, and now with my generation, it is coming back up into the publications. And a lot of us had committed to professional studies at the time that he had written some statements about meditation and high blood pressure and meditation and blood pressure and meditation breaks. And one of his advice going forward for the future generations is if there are women health professionals, they do not take time out to self-care. Because going forward, he was saying that there are more women entering the profession, and they are mothers, and they are daughters, and they are sisters, and they serve so much of life. And if they don't self-care, then where's our health? And that was one of his lasting written lines that is in many books. But that reached me after graduation. Unfortunately, this motivation, he is no longer living on earth, but his words still live in a lot of us, and as we go forward and as we grow. And I know even some of my seniors even got to meet him in person at conferences. And meditation and blood pressure, that was the beginning. And his other beginning was women and self-care, mothers and self-care, daughters and self-care, women physicians, women doctors and self-care, women health professionals and self-care. He already said, going forward, this is the future. It's kind of funny. When he said that, when he wrote that, I happened to read it. And it kind of made an impact on me, whether I practice it completely or not. It's a reminder. It's a reminder going forward, and it's part of this flower prompt. So you students out there, it's in the literature, whether you like it or not. What is your self-care routine? Because going forward, if we don't have self-care, where is our health? And where is our health providers? Where is our health advocates? Are they doing self-care? It's not asked for in any job any job requirements, but it's there. It's there because if you're not feeling well rested while doing your job, no, not while, but after, before, in middle, are you going to stay with your job? If you're feeling all tired, you're going to stay for some time until you break down, right? Some people don't get that break, right? There are mothers out there that are taking care of children with special needs. There are people out there taking care of elderly with special needs. They're not getting paid. They're not getting help. But you can you can find a way to incorporate self-care in your life going forward. And maybe even you're helping them just by showing up as yourself. Or it's a start. So, yes. Narcissus flower that faces downwards. It's poisonous, but it is a reminder of self-care, self-appreciation, self-preservation. And daffodil, flower that's yellow, that looks straight forward, giving, joy. After you self-care, aren't you able to give more joy? Aren't you? Aren't you able to give the best of yourself? Or be the best of yourself for yourself? Okay? So these two flower prompts, daffodil, narcissus, they come right after cafe pause, which was what? It was resting in your creative potential, wandering. Maybe even wandering. I said wondering. Exploring, experimenting, contemplating, in silent dialogue with yourself. And these two prompts are intermission for this film. They are a resting break for you. You can take the journaling prompts and journal about it. You can look at the art and create your own art. You can write notes. You can review back and watch these 2, 3, 4 clips. You can listen to the words and then reflect what words are coming within you. You could write a poem, you could write a letter to yourself, you could write a letter to your child self, your younger self. You could write a letter to the elder people in your life. You could write a letter to your older self. Or you could even sit and meditate and contemplate with everyone, whoever made an impact on you, who helped you grow. You could contemplate with all of them and come up with a self-care plan for you. Some kind of action for yourself. Or if you don't want to do it for yourself, it could be for your company. It could be for your outlet. It could be for your offering. It could be for your next offering. It could be for your family. It could be for friends. It could be for your partner. It could be for your next collaboration, your current collaboration. It could be for your team. It's just an invitation. Or you could even be a rebel, and the next 3 flower prompts, you could just sleep through that time. You could just turn on the video and sleep. No, you know what I mean? Yeah, you could be a rebel. You're given a break to be a rebel in this series based on these prompts. I give that freedom. If you don't want to write, don't want to create, you don't even want to watch this clip, you could pause at any time and you could go and do whatever you want. Because I give that freedom. It was never given to me that I could do whatever I want during a class or a movie. I mean, imagine if people were watching a movie and at intermission they just ran out of the movie theater and they did whatever they want and come back. I don't think people do that, but they should have that option maybe. And well, I'm giving that option in my movie, okay? You can turn off this audio. You can do whatever you want. And please come back for the next prompt, which will be Magnolia. Yeah, you're going to need a self-care break before listening or watching Magnolia art prompt, because it goes deep. Before going deep, you need to go deep in yourself.